in Formula One and showing his age for sure. If you didn't watch free practice, then you don't know what I'm talking about it, but I don't know how you missed it because it was hard to miss. Antonelli is showing his age. I will have a live stream. I want to talk a little bit about Antonelli. I want to talk a little bit about Colapinto. I want to talk a little bit about Liam Lawson. I want to talk a little bit about these drivers, but specifically Antonelli, Mercedes, this whole announcement. Some things people have been saying, some things people aren't saying, some things that I think about going forward with Antonelli, and what I feel about his mistake that he made in the free practice session, for sure. Definitely a mistake, but I'll wait till we could talk about that. So I just want to say congratulations, Antonelli. You'll probably never hear this, never know, but I always like to put positive energy out there. Congratulations. The clock is ticking right now. 18 minutes was on the clock. Now we're 17 minutes. If you did not know, right now Mercedes is looking good. Coming out of FP3, Mercedes 1 and 2 at the top of the charts at FP3, which you could take very little. You could take something from that, but don't take a lot from it. Mercedes looking pretty formidable right now in the free practice session going into quali. Red Bull seem to still be looking a bit lackluster, kind of that gap that we expect. Max Verstappen 6th, Perez 18th. I have no heartfelt feelings about that. Leclerc and Sainz, a little bit of a gap between them, but the Papaya team is tied together at 4 and 5 in free practice, going to a higher downforce front wing. Not sure how all that's going to turn out, but we will see. All right, so we will see how that turns out. We'll be able to kind of formulate, is this going to be another race where McLaren is going to be able to take a win via Lando or Piastri? I'm pretty sure maybe more so they would want to take that win via Lando, because at this point in time, it has to be talked about that the point increase is decreasing between Lando and Max. That point margin is getting smaller and smaller. There are only about, I think, 10 more races left in this season. That's roughly with Lando could accomplish with 10 more races. We're talking about Lando could accomplish another 200 and something points if he could win out. Do I think Lando could win out the rest of the way? I'm not going to say no. Do I think it's highly unlikely? Some people could say that. Do I think it's a tall order? For sure. I do think it's a tall order. But I would ask you this. If many people thought because of the gap Max Verstappen had on other drivers, 20, 19, 18 seconds, a lot of people coming into the season said they didn't think anybody else would win a race. They thought Max Verstappen was going to win every race of 2024. So I do find it possible that Lando getting a 22.8 second gap on Max Verstappen, if that's going to be the mark of dominance that McLaren will have in perspective to Red Bull, why is it not something that could be possible, although hard to obtain? That's all I can say, okay? So we'll see what happens with that going forward. Big shout out to all the family members pouring into the live chat. I see you, Galactus, first in the live chat. Mary Beanie was actually first. She came in, said good morning. Galactus second. Racer X210 third. Said he's sleeping like a baby. Hara is in here. Who else is in here? Who else? We got MIA in here. We got the mechanic Mercedes in here. We got Mimi popping in the live chat, checking in. And I would like to say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it with confidence. Big shout out, and of course, with privacy kept, big shout out. Just want the family to send Sylvia Witt Kelly positive vibes, blessings, good energy to her and her family from your boy Jay and Wolfpack. Big shout out to you, all right? So here it is right here, you all. We're going to be looking at this. Now, Ferrari do want to come away with this. Spider R35 popping this. Ferrari do want to come away with this. Ferrari want to come to Tifosi. They want to have a 1 and 2. Ferrari has been looking pretty non-excellent. And if anywhere there was a good story for those scarlet red cars to generate a closing chapter on Carlos Sainz and a hopefully more fulfilling chapters to, damn, was that Sainz or Leclerc almost dropped that car? Holy moly. He almost dropped the hell out of that. But anyway, This would be a track where they would want to do that. They would want to come in, be extremely dominant in their form at this race, possibly have a 1 and a 2, and then the Italians would be very excited about that. You got a new Italian driver, very young, 18 years old. You got the Scarlet Red cars, 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, or 2 and 3 on the podium. Preferably, they want to win with one of those, so 1 and 2, 1 and 3. And you got Carlos Sainz, who will be leaving the team after this season. So it's a lot that could be wrapped into if Ferrari could actually make that happen. But they do have their work cut out for them. They completely have their work cut out for them with only one of those cars up there in the top 5 when you have 2 Mercedes power cars occupying the other 4 spots, Hamilton, Russell, Pia, and Norris. And it is said this weekend that Leclerc, Carlos Sainz probably pooped on himself. Carlos Sainz probably pooped in his pants right now. I'm pretty sure that he probably pooped on himself because he almost caused a red flag in a red car at the very beginning of this session. I'm pretty sure when he gets back to the garage that, that red is going to have a little dark burgundy spot at the rear of his drawers because that could make your butthole pucker up right there. That was tight. That was almost a problem. And then the possibilities of that 1 and 2, that 1 and 3 is slim chance to none with that car going out at Q1 and starting last. I just will not believe that Ferrari is going to manage to be so dominant that Carlos Sainz will be able to work his way up from the rear of the pack to the front. No, his drawers are going to be messed up. His rear is going to be soiled, and he's going to be funky when he comes in there. Believe that. That ain't going to be a good situation. Talk about prairie dog action. If he didn't go before he got in that car, it was definitely some prairie dog action going on. Because that's enough to make it happen. Max Verstappen hitting the gravel a little bit. Right now, Max 11th. Max Verstappen going to number 2. But those are not the hot laps that we are traditionally used to seeing with Max Verstappen. Traditionally, a hot lap, we see Max go to first, stay there for a minute. Lando just pops into first. Leclerc is in second. We're waiting to see where Mercedes is going to sit in this qualifying first round battle. But typically, we see Max go to 1, stay there for a moment. Maybe he gets overcome, and then he comes back and does it again. That's not what we've been seeing as of late, and that's not what we just saw now. We saw Max Verstappen go 2 and very quickly fell to 3. This is where we are. It seems to me that learning how to drive without asymmetric braking is a bit challenging. That's all I'm saying. It's learning how to drive a car that seems like a new car without your contraption can be a bit challenging, Max. And that's what he's probably going up against. Damn. Pia is, what is going on with Pia lately? Pia got to get on his game, y'all. He got to get back on his game. He hasn't been doing too awesome here at Monza. Now, I do understand he's got a lot of pace that can be realized, but if you keep making these mistakes, we'll never realize it, and it won't happen. That's all I can say. And this high downforce front wing is going to be something else that we need to see. How is this going to change things for them? Right now, Lando looking to be the stronger driver out of the 2 at the last couple of races. I know Pia's performance last time was a bit kind of questionable to me as far as what might be going on, but I need to see him pick that back up here at another track, Temple of Speed, all of the good stuff. Very challenging in its own right and changed up a little bit with some iterations that they've made to the circuit. So I'm just a little rough. I don't know where he's going to be. I'm thinking maybe 5, maybe he probably is he going to be there? Pia, okay, 4. So he picks up the 4. I was thinking probably 5. He picks up the 4 with that mistake. Without that mistake, we might be looking at he might have overtaken Lando on the charts if he doesn't make that mistake. So still something that is being said to be true is Oscar Piastri having a bit more speed left in himself, and that actually could be the case. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Hopefully we'll see that happen. And let's get Pia to put together a good, strong lap. A lot of drivers, including Antonelli, even Colapinto, Max Verstappen, I want to say Alonso, no longer Logan Sargent. We don't have to worry about Colapinto actually winning there. Logan Sargent, we don't have to worry about that anymore. So we're also going to see what kind of difference in performance in the second car will we see for Colapinto versus Logan Sargent. That's also going to be an interesting thing for us to pay attention to. Lando is in the pits right now. He's not worried about it. All the drivers pretty much are going to start coming in the pits about this time. 8 minutes left at the top of the session of Q1. Right there, you see Russell going to 4, pushing Pia to 5th. Lewis Hamilton, I just got to wonder, are we looking at another situation? No, we're not. I was about to say, are we looking at another situation where Lewis Hamilton is going to go out Q1, Q2? No, 5. As long as he keeps that performance, he's well granted into Q1. Is that the only thing we want to see from Mercedes? I'm pretty sure Mercedes fans say not. So we want to see what we likely saw in FP3. And in FP3, we saw a Mercedes Q1, P1, P2. Can they make that happen now in qualifying? Right here, they're about to get out of Q1 and make it comfortably into Q2. As that does happen, if it's your first time watching a qualifying session with Wolfpack Performance, the red area here is marked where these drivers will not make it anymore. They will be able to go get in an ice bath, maybe have an icy, go get some food, go play F1 2024. And right now, the drivers looking to face that challenge are Perez, Ocon, Joe Gasly, so all of Alpine, and Sainz. Sainz right now has a few more segments to clean up for Sector 3, and we will see where he ends up. If he doesn't get out of Q1, I would be surprised. I'm looking for Sainz maybe to pop up around. I'm looking for Sainz to go ahead and pop in the top 5. I would like to see him pop in the top 5. He's got one. There it is, Sainz to 3, right there, top 5. Sainz goes into 3. That's looking good. Ferrari working on this whole double podium thing that they want to accomplish here. We'll see if it actually happens. We'll see. Sorry, I thought I was about to beatbox there. I'm not a beatboxer, but I can do a little something. You want to get on the track? I ain't no joke. I can do a little something. I'm not the best at it. Don't forget, both Mercedes drivers complaining about their keisters being hot, okay? Keisters are on fire here at Monza, and particularly Mercedes drivers got hot asses out here, okay? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little something. There's nothing better than a nice seat that can give you some, maybe a little bit of warmth, but you can stay relatively without what they call swashbuckle ass, okay? Or marsh ass, or sewer ass. And what that is when your butt gets so much heat into it, your ass cheeks begin to sweat, and the sweat drips down your ass crack into the folds of your butt crack, and then right there around your sphincter, it all collects in that seat, and the next thing you know, you got marsh ass. That's uncomfortable, okay? It's uncomfortable, and then just think about marsh ass being hot ass from a Formula One racing seat. That's not a good feeling. You don't really know what's going on right there. And if you do happen to lay a poop down like a fart, you get all that bubbly sensation. Now you're wondering, did I let a little something go in my drawers? Did I happen to poop on myself a little bit? So yeah, hot ass is never a good thing unless it's, you looking at somebody say you're hot as hell. But yeah, hot ass, marsh ass in the seat, just not good. It's uncomfortable. Just saying, it's uncomfortable. So Ferrari right now, 2 and 3, Lando first, all drivers pretty much in the pits. Albon is not there. Colapinto is in 16th. I would like to see Colapinto make it out of Q1. Brother, if you can make it out of Q1, you have no idea the faith that you would instill into Williams Racing fans if you can make it out of Q1. Williams Racing fans, Williams Racing pit crew, mechanics, engineers, James Vowles would feel like, oh my goodness, what a breath of fresh air. That's what they're going to feel like. No longer should we be looking at getting bumped completely out at Q1. I mean, that's pressure in itself. So I want to see this young man, this rookie who's come in just beyond midseason, which a little too late, but better late than never. I just want to see consistency. I just want to see no crashing. Don't negatively impact the cost cap. Don't take yourself out of the equation for getting points on the team. Even if you don't get any points, that's not a problem. You're just coming in midway through. Nobody should fault you for that. But can you get out of Q1 into Q2 on a regular basis? That's not a lot to ask, but in perspective of what Williams has been getting, that's a big ask. It's a big gift, if you could call it Pinto. That's all I'm saying. It's a big gift if you can make that happen. If you can make that happen. Ferrari is in the game right now, 3 minutes and 18 seconds left when I said it. Now it's less than that. Where and will people, okay, Albon going into the top 10 is a nice, refreshing look. That's something that Albon's been fully capable of doing. Williams' car seeming to be a bit more complete, not just a speed rocket on straights. Looks like they're putting more of a package together that's going to average them some good pace throughout circuits and hopefully majority of the circuits. And that should be nice. But also, let's pay attention to the gap between the leader and Max Verstappen is 0.3, okay? 0.3. That is something that can grow overlap. Okay, this is probably, I think, one of the faster circuits in the calendar. But still, 0.3, 0.4 over the course of 50 laps. Yeah, you're gonna be behind some seconds. And some people not wanting to totally blame Lando Norris for the horrible start situations, but we'll see what happens. Ooh, Max Verstappen almost getting taken out by Oscar Piastri. I'm going to tell you right now that might be something that gets observed by Oscar Piastri. And if so, I would hope it may be a reprimand only, but if not, I can't blame them if they penalize Oscar Piastri from that. That was a bit close. Now, Max Verstappen on his whining bag, complaining about Lewis Hamilton earlier in free practice sessions. Oh, they're Mercedes. And you know what happened? GP told him, Max, that's kind of to be expected here at this circuit. It's what typically happens. Can you stop crying? Max, can you stop crying? Max has been crying and whining since he ain't been out in front in the win. He's not been a front runner, and Max we know is a front runner. So here we go. Max Verstappen should be kind of trying to get another one across. He's got a few more segments right here to close in Sector 3. And Perez is just desolate out there. If he can collect 1 point, whoop-de-doo. If he doesn't, let's see. Max does not improve. We're going to see what... Okay, here we go. Now we're on one. With Max Verstappen. Let's see what we got going on right... Oh! Colapinto in the kitty litter. But fortunately, he didn't Logan Sargent it. I know those draws, primary colors, you mix blue with a little brown and purple, and you going to have some purple draws there. Colapinto probably just earned him a brown spot in his coveralls. The Haas car, listen, Galactus, I need you to give us, matter of fact, I'm about to poll this because right now these drivers, the safety car already started the weekend off with a wreck. The safety car wrecked. If the safety car wrecked, I knew it was going to be a problem. And here we are. Many cars off track, many drivers dropping the tires, a couple of drivers wrecking, Kevin Magnussen not adding to his campaign this season. And then every time he wrecked, I just think Logan Sargent. I've been traumatized by Logan Sargent, but that driver who actually wrecked was Kimi Antonelli, the new driver for Mercedes. So, yeah, it does happen. I got to poll y'all this. I got to ask y'all how many. That's 0 clock. 0 seconds right here on the clock. Lando first, Leclerc second, and Pia third. Paul says, good morning, fam. Hope everyone is having a great holiday weekend. Peace and love to all. Peace and love to you, brother. Yeah, Colapinto dropped it right there, and he ain't going to make it out of Q1. There it is right there, Colapinto. Max Verstappen at 6. Let's see how many y'all think. Here we go. Question coming up in the chat. Vote on it. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus. Poll in the chat. Don't laugh at it. Don't dance on it. Just vote on it, people. Let me see where you are on this, because we've already had a couple red flags already in free practice sessions. Now qualifying, it looks very close to somebody else making a red flag happen, which would prolong our quality watch, which I don't mind spending more time with you all. But right there, drivers who don't make it in the Q2, Yuki does not make it, getting just barely outperformed by Danny Rick. Logan is not here anymore. Just, bad habit. Colapinto not making it out of Q1. But hey, I'm going to give you a little bit of grace anyway. All of Kicksauber F1 is not kicking anybody's ass. They're getting their ass kicked. 19 and 20. Thank you for taking Logan Sargent's place. But big shout out to Colapinto not taking Logan Sargent's place in 19 or 20, at least 18. And Lance Stroll doing what he does best, underperforming. He is out in Q1. Alonso is in the top 10. So all of that crap that people might have thought you were going to say and thought it was going to be true, that Lance Stroll in any portion of his life could outperform Alonso, besides for Alonso being in a nursing home, is not true, and it's not happening. It is out of there. So, yeah, we got drivers going into Q2. Let's go ahead and, Joe, let's not complain. Joe doesn't need to complain. You've been desolate all season, Joe. That was not going to impact you. And if it did, it really is not even worth talking about. Kicksauber F1 has been pretty much like I told you all. They will be a vanishing Casper team. They haven't been good. I don't know what's going to happen when Audi comes in. I do think Joe deserves another opportunity, but that's left to be talked about. But I do want to say, awesome job that Colapinto did save that car and didn't wreck it, because if you had wrecked that car, just not a good start for Williams, especially with some things James Vowell said, which we're going to get into that on a later stream. So we'll talk about that as well. So the clock is zeroed out, folks. Clock is zeroed out right now. Lando 1, Leclerc 2, Pia 3. Sainz 4. So not far from making it happen. Mercedes, I don't think where we probably foresaw them being, given what they did in FP3 with a 1 and 2. And by a 10th, of course, but still doing something. So I'm wondering, where are we going to finally see that Mercedes pace coming out? And we will see what happens. Q1 kind of building in, making things happen. Things get a little bit more competitive toward the end of the session. And right now, it is oddly a congratulatory moment for Haas, 13 and 14th, making it out of Q1 into Q2 together. Alpine, congratulations, making it out of Q1 into Q2 together. And other than that, Albon is the last one for Williams. So hopefully he can maintain that. I don't know how legit that might be. He could fall out in Q2, but I'm going to give Albon a little bit more of belief that Williams has probably put together a better car than Alpine and Haas, and that Albon himself is a better driver than, for sure, Hulk, K-Mag, and Gasly. And I think he can hold on to that and still stay going into Q1 maybe, which would be awesome for Williams, because that'd be a good spot to start. They could probably come across or come over with some nice points. We're having a little bit more time between Q1 and Q2 because they are sweeping the track right now with plenty of gravel being kicked on by Colapinto and Haas, but Haas made it into Q2. So, Marshall's doing their thing. You got to give Marshall some respect. They out there to try to help us get an event going, keep it going, make it safe, save drivers, all that good stuff. So, big shout out to Marshalls. They matter. They do matter completely. All right. Yuki still got favor from me. Yuki still has favor from me. Red Bull have some things to figure out going into next season. With I don't think they've locked in Danny Rick for next season yet. I gotta see what's gonna happen there. You got Liam Lawson out there, Danny Rick's floating around. Yuki, I think, can chill out. I don't think they're gonna take Perez out of that seat next season, but if they do, I think Yuki should be the first driver to get an opportunity, at least during the season where he can do some testing and they can kind of get a better grab to see, is it possible for him to get a touch on this car? Is it possible for him to get a hold of it? Will he do better? And he has more years as a driver and to be invested into as the future, more than Danny Rick. Danny Rick to me hasn't proven that he deserves, with all the experience that he has not proven to me that he deserves to get that Red Bull seat just because. And that's just how I feel about it. So a lot more time passing right now as we are getting the track maintenanced, cleaned up. It is very warm out there right now, people are saying. Let's take a look right here at some other. So if we look right here, 12 and 13 at FP3, 15 and 16 in Q1, Yuki leaving. We saw FP3, both Sauber cars were exactly where they are right now out of Q1. We also see that Colapinto managed to kind of fall back, but also keep in mind there's some things we also have to talk about when it comes to Yuki Tsunoda being said to keep it clean on the radio. He's having a little tantrum right now. And Haas is definitely a bit better than they were. Of course, Hulk fell down to 13th and K-Mac wasn't around because he decided to park it into the barriers. But you still, let's see what y'all said on the poll. 65% of y'all said 2 red flags tomorrow. 61% of you all are saying 2 red flags tomorrow. 28% of you all are saying at least 1. I think the number fairly lies in there. I think it does. Let me ask you, who do you think should get the Red Bull seat if it ever came available? All right, question coming up in the chat. Let's see. I'm gonna put that. Gotta put the law. And who else maybe could probably come into that? What's going on, Okondu? Just coming into the live chat. Let me see who else could probably go into that. You know what? Nah, I wouldn't even throw him in there like that. I think that's enough. All right, so let me ask y'all this. Here you go. Vote on that. Poll in the chat. Vote on it. Don't dance on it. No time on the clock just yet. Still getting things together. Q2 is looking like we might have a Q3 banger. Oh man, this absolutely could be a banger. Let's also see what we got going on right in here. Speed trap speeds right here looking pretty stout. Hulk 331 kilometers an hour. And by the way, Sam Collins keeps throwing these little digs and these little disses out there. At this point in time, I can't even front with you. Sam Collins is not a person I would really care to meet. I'm just keeping it real. Sam Collins has done enough little slick, sly disremarks and disrespectful comments towards Americans that is like Americans are dumb type situation that I'm not sure I would want to. If I saw him, I probably wouldn't even talk to him. I'd probably walk right by him unless he said something which he wouldn't say nothing, and I wouldn't want to say anything. He's not somebody that, and that's kind of unfortunate because I would have thought Lawrence Barretto definitely liked to meet him, and I did meet him and did get a chance to talk to him. Even Will Buxton, I like to meet, but Sam Collins is just, some of the things he says in regards to American standards is just like, bro, you throwing sneak disses out there. Like today, again, kilometers an hour, MPH, we use kilometers an hour here in Formula One because it's better. Like it's just another standard of mathematics, of measurement, of just reporting something, a variance between something. Miles per hour, kilometers per hour, whoop-de-damn-do, okay? To me, neither one's better than the other. I mean, damn, it's the rate of speed. It's crazy to me, but he likes to do that. He does like to do that, and I've noticed that, and that to me, something that I've said, I don't really want to meet that guy. Sector 2, Zhou, 344 kilometers an hour. Sainz, 318 kilometers an hour. And Valtteri. So unfortunate that Kick Sauber found themselves at a higher rate of speed in some portions of these traps, but unable to make any of that make a damn difference in their qualifying pace. So talk about empty calories. Those are empty calories. 14 minutes is now on the clock, and we are getting back to it in Q2. Let's make it do what it do. Also, by the way, big shout out, letting you all know, the next one up for grabs is this Lewis Hamilton Silverstone card right here, slab, all right? Lewis Hamilton slab right here. It is another Gem Mint 10. Lewis Hamilton right here, home circuit, home track card right here. And this one, I believe, was driver of the day. This is when Lewis got driver of the day. You see it right there, 2021 Topps Chrome Edition. This is the next one up for grabs. Somebody will be lucky. All super chats will go towards you being put into a raffle to get that one, all right? So keep that in mind. That is what's going on. So somebody will get another opportunity at a nice Lewis Hamilton slab just the last season as he's driving from Mercedes going over to Ferrari. And then we'll end up having Ferrari slabs possibly. But this is going to be one of your last opportunities to get a Lewis Hamilton slab when he's now driving for Mercedes. It is rated already, does have serial number, QR code. So it is all certified and ready for you. No trash here at Wolfpack Performance. So all super chats go towards your name being entered into the wheel several times. You do several super chats, you will be entered several times. So keep that in mind. All right, here we go right here. The new drop-off zone has been established. Right now, if it were to go 13 months, gang, let's go. Big shout out to Hara. 13 months in the family, man. Big shout out to you, brother. Congratulations on that. That is no small feat. We got members here 20 plus months. Let's go. So new drop-off zone established, and those drop-off drivers, if it were to be cemented right now, Danny Rick, Russell, Hamilton, and Alonso. That would be unfortunate if that were to really stay like that. But 4 out of 5 of those drivers right now aren't even out on track. Cars aren't even going down pit lane right now. So that's going to definitely change. Leclerc and Sainz 1 and 2 out here for Ferrari, trying to make these great dreams happen. Let's go. Ferrari trying to wake up. It's about damn time. Good googly moogly. It's been looking ultimately horrible for Ferrari. Ultimately a downer and gray cloud on the intake of Lewis Hamilton coming. I'm just like, yo, Sainz, this is not looking good. This is not what we want to see. That's what we want to see. What's going on right now. It's a Fosse. Let's get it. Big shout out to Mary Beanie, 24 months in the fam. Congratulations, purple belt style Racer X210 as well. Throwing all the custom Wolfpack icon emojis you could put up in there. We got to come up with another emoji for Lewis Hamilton as he goes to Ferrari next season. So we'll be changing out some new emojis. Y'all make some suggestions of new emojis that y'all would like to have to use in the live chat. I will take those into consideration to try to kind of build those up. Might not be exact, but it will be a representation of that. So y'all come up with some emoji suggestions and put them in the Discord so I can see them, and then we'll go from there. Leclerc right there. Coming, oh my gosh, can they do it? Will this be a Papaya and Ferrari fight right now? Mercedes doesn't look to be in it, but they're not out yet. Red Bull looking to try to get in it, but looking like the best of the rest right now. What's that looking like? 5 and 6 for Red Bull? Sheesh. Danny Rick going to 3rd place and Gasly to 4th. Holy moly. K-Mag, we got a bunch of switching folks. We got K-Mag in 3rd, Danny Rick in 4th, Alpine in 5th and 6th, Papaya cars getting pushed down. Holy moly. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. But it just happened. It just did happen. Perez finally joined the top 5. Welcome to the party. That means Max Verstappen at least should be a 1 or 2. Right now, we're looking at one of those classic Max Verstappen hot laps. There it goes. Max Verstappen taking number 1. Will he keep it, though? Will he keep it? We're looking. Oh, no! Max Verstappen smacked down just as fast as he got up. He get down. Get up to get down. Lay it down. Max Verstappen not hanging around like he used to. Fall. Oh, and he's pushed down to 3. Papaya team is in the house. Let's go. Pia. Lando. Max is not the Max of old. This is the Max of new, and he is folding like a bad hand in the river. Show me what you got. I fold. Max Verstappen hot lap is not lasting as long as it used to last. Max Verstappen hot laps used to stick around till they was cold. Sometime Max Verstappen hot laps was so hot, Max would lay a hot lap, go to the pits early, go into the garage and just take a nap. Take a nap. Just wake me up when it's 3 or 4 minutes left on the clock, y'all. Wake me up. That's what Max Verstappen could do. He's not able to do that anymore. Max Verstappen doesn't have that grace anymore. He's got to work every damn lap, every qualifying session. I can't wait. We got to have another sprint race coming up soon, too. That's going to be another opportunity for Lando to grab more points, stretch out this gap, close it out, actually, to then stretch it out if he ever could. Biggest comeback in Formula One history if Lando can make this happen. Imagine if Max Verstappen doesn't even finish some sprint races, Lando grabs up those bulk up points, then goes into the race and grabs first place. This could be absolutely crazy. It is a possibility, people. This is possible. 8 minutes left on the clock. Drivers are going to get ready to start going back in. Max closing off another segment in the sector. No improvement at all. Stays at third. Papaya too strong right there for Max. Is Max about to drop the bag? Is he about to drop? Hey, man. Hey, Mechanic Mercedes, if Mercedes win here, brother, you could be looking good. $500 bet between me and Mechanic Mercedes. He's betting that Mercedes will get 12 wins or more by the end of the season. I said less than 12 wins. We will see what happens. All right. I said 12 wins, less than 12 wins. We're in the middle, so it's almost in his favor right there. 12 wins or more, he wins the bet. Less than 12 wins, it's all me. It's all me. Right now, there, I think, 3 wins so far. So, you know, multiple right there. So 74% of you all say Yuki Tsunoda should get that available seat if it is available. And I am with you. I am with the 74% that said that. Oh, hammer time! Hammer time! Let's go. Hamilton up to number 1. Let's go ham. Let's go ham. Lewis Hamilton, P1 for the moment. How long will that last? Don't know. Don't know. But cars are in the pits. Getting updates, getting changes. Max Verstappen, Russell, what are we doing now? What are we doing, Russell? What are we doing? Russell in 5th. Yo. Hamilton did come out of FP3 at the top of the charts, fam. He did come out of FP3 at the top of the charts. Just keep your eyes peeled. Hey, this looking woof. This looking like a wolf. This could be a dog fight. Talk about Papaya, Patronus Blue, Red Bull gives you no wings right now because they are not flying. They are not flying. That put Max Verstappen down 2/10 from Lewis Hamilton. Think about it. Where these Ferraris at? Where these Ferraris at? Sainz up to 3rd. Pushing Max Verstappen to 5th. Where's Leclerc going to finish out? One more segment in the sector. Come on, Leclerc. Damn. That, nothing. Leclerc gave you boo-boo, poo-poo. Didn't do nothing. That was done deal. Ooh, Leclerc. If that's what to say, you got to, Leclerc. That was not good. We got to, hey, you looking for that Tifosi comeback. The Tifosi party doesn't happen unless you got 2 Ferraris on the podium. That's when you get the Tifosi party. Right now, if they keep that up, not looking likely. I'm not one to trust in Ferrari strategy to make something happen outside of getting good positions in qualifying. So just cancel that. All right, 5 minutes. We're going back out here. Cars are in. Right now, if it falls the way it falls and the bell rings, Alonso will be out, K-Maga out, Alpine is out, Danny Rick will be out, basically showing us that wasn't an extremely amount of performance above Yuki, so whoop-de-doo. Still, I think that Yuki should get the ability in that seat. I got an H. That's a Black Hawk. That's a Black Hawk helicopter just flying overhead. That's a Black Hawk, for sure. That's a Black Hawk. All right. So right now we're waiting. We got 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get out here on track, see what else we can do. They probably won't go back out on track until mid 3 minutes, maybe lower threes, high 2 minutes remaining. Making some changes. Alpine getting cooled off. Alpine is done anyway. They're gonna hang it up because right now they're in the drop off zone. They got to do something astronomical to overcome that. Get out of there because Albon is trying to hold on to dear life for this number 10 spot. I want to see him hold on to that. It'll put him in a better situation in the race, and hopefully he can clinch that number 10 spot to at least grab another point for Alpine. Hulk has been proven that Hulk can do what he does. K-Mag is the one that is sitting here still needing to build a better resume, or is quite frankly, K-Mag's going to find himself racing in another racing series. It won't be Formula One, or he'll stay behind and help out Haas like Kamitsu asked him to still be a part of the team, but not as a driver. That's still something to do if you want to stay in Formula One, but if you still want to be a competitive driver to win a championship somewhere, I don't think K-Mag has done enough this season for somebody to say, we want you, right? That's just what I think. So I think he's going to be out of there. So we'll see what's going to happen with that because we got Ollie Berman coming in and who else? There was somebody else coming in, but K-Mag, we'll see. Can K-Mag be circumstantially around Haas? Yes, but if he wants to be a driver in a seat competing for championships, it's not going to happen in Formula One. It hasn't happened in Formula One. I don't see it happening in Formula One, so we have to see where it's going to go. Right here, 3 minutes, like I said, mid-threes, cars coming back out on track. Hamilton is trying to hold on to that P1 position or not minding to relinquish it for a little bit of time and then coming back in Q3 to just nail it and then be the pole position sitter. Max Verstappen, never count him out still. I still think it's too early to completely count him out. If this is what Max is only able to do with a very still competitive car, well, I would say jokes on all of y'all that made all those fake, false-ass claims about him being the GOAT and being able to do more with less. Max is not doing more with less right now. Not doing more with less. And he got a lot. Only thing he don't have is asymmetric braking. And it seems like that's been a crutch for him all this time. So asymmetric braking for sure, putting the car more in Max's pointy window. Without it, Max has got to learn to drive a bit more. So we'll see what happens here. Lewis Hamilton not even out on track yet. Looked like he's going to get ready to come back out on track. So, see what we got going on. Pia. What can Pia do? Can Pia get at the top of those charts? Pia is fast. Pia is a good driver. I'm enjoying watching him in his sophomore season. I thought for a minute maybe possibly it could be a slump, but didn't happen. Lewis Hamilton, let's get on out there. K-Mag is trying to fight his way out of this drop-off zone. Can he make it happen? Can he get 10? Will he push Albon down to 10? And even if so, then what does Alonso do right there? What will Gasly and Ocon do? Danny Rick looking like he might be on a good one for himself. What can he do going into the next two sectors? Right now, we're about to see what K-Mag can do. And here we go right here. Hulk, I'm not really concerned about right now. I want to know what K-Mag can do for Haas and contributing with his teammate. And K-Mag does not a damn thing. K-Mag doesn't do a damn thing. He doesn't add any assistance at all. Alonso looks like the next driver to kind of come around, trying to see what he's going to do here. Can he make some good things happen for Aston Martin? And no, Alonso doesn't make anything happen for Aston Martin. He's still in the drop-off zone. It looks like he will be joining Lance Stroll shortly. Now we're going to see what Alpine can do. Can Alpine do anything? No, Ocon doesn't do a damn thing. And it looks like Gasly doesn't do a damn thing either. Danny Rick is up next to see what he can do. Is he going to put a bit more space? Verstappen up to number 2 behind Hamilton still. This is what I'm talking about. All those hot laps aren't happening like that. Danny Rick going to the top of the charts of the drop-off zone. Congratulations. You put a little bit more distance between you and Yuki, but you're still going into the motorhome, buddy. Still going into the motorhome. 44 seconds, the 44 GOAT number. What is Lewis Hamilton going to do now? Is he going to improve a bit more here with these next laps? Keep it all on track. Make it all count. Come on, let's see what we got. McLaren, nothing, but they are comfortable. They're going to go into Q3. Going to be time for them to make some things happen. So there you go. Those are the drivers that have made it. I don't think Alex Albon is good. He doesn't even have anything to worry about. He's playing with house money right now. He's not going to do any worse than he did. And if he does, he still earned that better position. Oh, Albon going to 9th. Let's go, Albon. Let's go to tie driver. Yes, indeed. Alonso now taking position at the top of the drop-off zone. Congratulations, Alonso. You did make it into Q3. Yo, Albon, I heard that, bro. What's Russell gonna do? What's Russell gonna do? Is Russell still on a lap, or is he gonna be done? We'll see what Russell's gonna do. Russell's in Q3, but let's see where he's gonna land in Q3. Pia it looks like he's on a Pia is definitely still on a lap. Let's see what he's gonna end up doing. Can he make something happen? Nah, he's in the pits. He's done. All right, that's what we got. Alonso, Ricardo, K-Mag, and all of Alpine are out of there. They are done. They can go ahead and hang it up. It's out of there. Sheesh. Out of there. Done. Finito. Go back to the trailer, though. Alpine, done. K-Mag, done. Ricardo, done. Alonso, done. Albon, congratulations. Still letting Williams know they made the right decision bringing you in, good sir. Right decision. Now you're going to have a stronger teammate next season. What will Williams do then? Hulk showing Haas, hey, there's a reason why Audi thought it good to give me an opportunity. Who's that next driver, though, for Audi? That's what I want to know. Where's the other shoe going to drop? Who's going to fulfill that other seat? Where are we going to see that driver pairing? What is Audi thinking? What are they thinking? Safe, conservative, good, reliable drivers that won't risk damaging the car while we're trying to do a lot of R&D, a lot of development through the season? Or are they thinking, get us somebody reliable that can give us some feedback and let's find us a gunner that's going to take some chances but give us a better opportunity of getting some more points and higher up positions? That's what I want to see. Whatever Audi does next is going to show us what kind of course of action they're thinking about taking for 2026. Hamilton is at the top of the charts, and this is where you know what I say. Time to push the chips to the center of the table. Time to ask you all a question as well. Who you got for pole? That's what time it is. Time to ask you who you got. Who you got for pole? Let's see. Got to put him up there. And then outside of that, let me see. Can I give them any respect or no? I kind of got to throw one in there because it's Tifosi and I don't want to be disrespectful. Pia is my dog, but I'm going to have to go with the stronger driver in the last race and last few events, free practice. And just because it's Tifosi, I'm going to throw one in there, but the driver I'm going to throw in there might not be the driver you want. All right, vote on it. Who you got for pole position? It's up. Who you got? Who you got for pole? Vote on it. I got to see what you're thinking. I got to know what you're thinking. 0 time on the clock. We got some time. Hamilton is getting these votes up, though. Y'all putting some vote on Hamilton. Put some respect on Ham's name. Sir Lewis Hamilton to you. Put some respect on his name. Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all making a little bit of noise, rah-rah. A little rah-rah noise for Ham. I like it. 80%, so let's see where some of these other votes are going. %, 4% for Max Verstappen. Yikes! 17% for Norris. Okay. Maybe I'll mix this poll up with a different set of 4 drivers just to kind of spread it out and see where you all might be thinking. Lewis Hamilton right now by far the favorite. You're not wrong for that. Let's also still just keep in mind, just a little bit, Max Verstappen is still in that Red Bull car. It still is a very challenging, competitive car. He still is a very good driver. He still has shown through the last 2 sessions that he can manage to put it on the position, but just not retain that position. Somebody comes right behind and does a better job. Also, Papaya car is very, very dominant. I think it's safe to say that word in regard to them in the past few sessions, and have shown that they can get up there, especially Pia, but he's got to limit the mistakes. They also could be in the mix. So right now, 78% say Lewis Hamilton, 17% say Lando Norris. 16% go off. So let's mix in another 4 drivers and see what you all would think about that. Let's mix in another fresh 4 drivers for who you got for pole. So I'm going to go with the opposite side of the garage in majority of these. That means we'll bring in Leclerc, and then we'll bring in not Perez at damn all. We're not bringing Perez in, but I think it might be okay to probably. It wouldn't be okay at all to put that. I'm still gonna have to go ahead and put Ham back in there. Still gotta put Ham in there because it's never okay to say anything about Perez grabbing pole position. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm just real when I say that. Albon grabbing pole position is so far fetched it ain't funny. So yeah, that's it. Let me know what y'all think. I could have put Russell. I just don't think Russell's going to do it. That's a little far down for that. So we're gonna go Hamilton again. I just don't see Russell doing it. But if Russell does, I'm completely okay with saying, hey, it happened. The clock has been reset. The chart has been reset. We only have 10 drivers remaining. 10 will go in to see where they're going to sit. The other 10 are playing on the sticks. That's what they're doing. All right. So let's see what goes on. 81% say Hamilton, 10% Leclerc, a little bit more vote spread evenly amongst the other 3. I don't think you all would be sold on Russell. Now, I will say this. I'm going to be very, I'm just, don't take this the wrong way when I say this. Nobody take this the wrong way when I say this. I'm going to be a little concerned if Hamilton goes into Q3 and all of a sudden things just falling off. I'm going to be a little concerned. I'm going to be a little bit suspicious of that happening because we already saw what Lewis Hamilton did in FP3, top of the charts. Lewis Hamilton in Q2, top of the charts. Lewis Hamilton in Q3, midfield. I'm not believing that other teams or Russell's garage figured something out that fast or that ridiculously great that Lewis Hamilton will get overtaken by 4 drivers to put him in the mid pack. I'm just not believing that. So if that does happen, I'm going to be suspicious. Not saying that my suspicions are true. It's just saying that I'm going to be suspicious if Lewis Hamilton's car turns into a turtle. The turtle did win the race with the hair, but it was through a series of tunnels and family members, and that's not the case in Formula One. So you don't have a bunch of other Lewis Hamiltons out there with Super Mario Brother tunnels where the car goes down and comes up somewhere else. You don't have that. So, yeah, I'm going to be a little suspicious about some of that. You know, David Coulthard is saying that this is a time where you've never seen your car go quicker. So if Lewis Hamilton's car is not quicker, I'm going to be like, really? Really? Now, even if Lewis gets pole position, is that you know what? I think that's worth polling. I think that is worth polling. So we're going to end that. So I'll poll that. Oh, we go right here. All right, here y'all go. Poll in the chat. If Lewis gets pole, does he win? On podium, falls off. What do you think? We're about to see what's going to happen legitimately here in real time. Will Max Verstappen grab pole position? We'll see. Can he make that happen? We'll see. Cars are on their way on the exit. All right, here we go, good people. Here we go. It's game time. It's game time. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Max Verstappen. Hey, Yo, they ain't giving Max no respect. I told y'all this might happen. Eventually, Max Verstappen was going to be on the list, and they're not going to respect him. Ferrari just pulled right out in front of Max like they didn't give a damn. Just pull right out in front of him. Let's go. I just gotta know. I just gotta know. All right, here we go, chat. Here we go. Pia at the top of the charts. That's my dog. Pia, that's my dog. Let's go, Pia. Let's see where Max is going to end up right now. Norris going to the top of the charts, proving that he's the big bro. He said, I'm big bro, Pia. I'm the big bro. Sainz at number 2. Where is Ferrari with the 1 and the 2? Where were Max Verstappen, top of the charts, hot lap. Told you can't count him out. Let's see how long this one hangs in there, though. Leclerc, 5th? 5th? What are we doing? Oh, yeah, I had some lamb. Albon! Holy moly! Albon goes to the top of the chart. Hamilton goes too. What in the bejesus? Hulkenberg. Well, you know these times got to come down, though. Come on. Hulkenberg's at the top, though. I'm going to give you celebration if you make top of the chart. Perez. We know this ain't lasting. We know this is not going to last. Pia, that's my dog again. Let's go, Pia. Let's go, Pia. Williams' second seat always has a spell of misfortune. Well, this time I don't think so. I think it's just a rookie coming in trying to grab his bearings, Jefferson. It might not be a misfortune. Norris at the top again. Sainz in 3rd. Where is Charles Leclerc? Where is Mercedes right now? Where in the hell is Mercedes? Let's go. .300 of a second. That's a tick's ass. That lamb was good. Russell up to 3rd. Where's Hamilton going to be? Oh, the 4th. 4th. What are we talking about? We still got 7 minutes, but what are we talking about? Perez is above Max right now, so it's like I can't. Sainz is above Leclerc. Russell's above Ham. Norris is the only one correct orientation of what you would think from a number 1, number 2 driver. But yo, I'm already my eyes starting to twitch. My eyes starting to twitch about the Russell Lewis Hamilton thing. It's starting to twitch a little bit, like just a little bit. This you know, we talked about this looking suspicious. No. This just don't look right. It just looks fishy. It looks fishy, Mercedes. But I'm with you. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. They're going to get ready to go in the pits pretty soon here. They're going in the pits. Yep, they're going in the pits, making some changes. I think we get one more good hot run. One more good hot run. There's no tow out there at all if you go out there by yourself. But there's no traffic as well. You want the tow here. You want it to get you above there. If it comes from your teammate or not, you're trying to find that ability. Max Verstappen is having a hell of a time driving a car for real without asymmetric braking. It just ain't going so well for him. Damn, all right. Let's see what's going to happen. They're going back in. Woo! Max Verstappen got a little PP come out. Little P came out right there. Max had a little drop of pee come out when he just had to overcorrect, when he had to correct that car. A little pee came out, a little bit. It wasn't a lot. It was like, and it might just kind of dripped out. Little pee came out for sure. Little pee. All right, it's time to make these changes. Time to bolt up these tires. Time to get a new set on. Time to, make a little time for that. And then trying to go back out on track. I think they're just going to go for another nice hot run. Maybe we see these cars coming back out mid-3 again, maybe even high-2. One thing that I have learned is that when somebody is a front runner, somebody has been given a car that is so extremely dominant over the rest of the other teams that you're gapping by 22 to 20-something seconds. Somebody who has the FIA giving them penalties that are not penalties or no penalties at all. They cry a lot when things they can't help you with this. FIA would have to do something so egregious to help you with qualifying. They can't do it. They can help you a little bit here and there. Because, I'm just saying what I feel. I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm not saying I got evidence. I got the file right here. The FIA have been helping Max Verstappen. I'm just saying by the way things go, the way things look in comparison to other things they do, I think there's, a little bit of aid and cuddling with Max Verstappen. But I can't say right now, for the last few events, Max Verstappen has just been like a newborn baby, crying left and right. So much so, GP has let him know it's getting on my nerves, Max. I don't know what you're crying about. That's normal. Max, you didn't have the apex. Max, that's childish. GP's tired of it. GP is tired of Max Verstappen crying. All right, we're going back out. They're going back out, chat. They're going back out. Let's go. This is it. This is it. If Lewis Hamilton's going to grab pole position, it's going to have to be now. But it's looking like it might be a papaya car pole position and Mercedes in the mix. Maybe we see some awesome colors because technically these would be Miami colors. And that's where Lando won his first race. Patronus blue and that papaya orange, that's Miami Dolphin colors. So maybe we see some Miami Dolphin at the top 4 of this or something, or in the top 3 with a little Patronus blue in the middle of 2 papaya orange cars. Let's see what happens. Or do we see it the other way? 2 Patronus blue cars with a little papaya mixed in. I don't know. But that's what we're about to see in real time. Let's go. Albon, you can't do no less than 10, brother. You're doing a good job for your team. Hulk, you're doing an awesome job for your team. Perez, yeah, that. Ferrari, we expected better than this for sure, Ferrari. We expected better. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Ferrari end up 5th and 6th, I'm not looking for them to have some miraculous race win without something happening. And if it does happen that way, then it happens. But I'm also wondering how turn 1's going to go. Turn 1 and 2. I'm also wondering how turn 1 and 2 will end up going in this race. I'm very concerned if we don't have a cautious flag in the first lap. I'm very concerned that we will have a cautious flag in the first lap. All right, 1 minute left. What are we going to do? What are we doing? Are we about to see another qualifying session with the last 10 and then it's no change? Because we saw that before too. We had a qualifying session. It went down. It was no change. Let's see what Max is going to do. This is it. Push it. Push it, baby. Let's go. I'm going to tell you right now, if Max Verstappen start this GP and 8 play with what's in front of him, I don't think he's getting higher than a 5th place finish. All right, here we go. Pia is going to finish up. Okay, no change right there on Piastri. No change. Let's see what we got going on here. Out here pushing. Out here finna make it happen. It's quite possible that we only see a change in the bottom 5. But I think some of us are looking to see is Lewis Hamilton going to make this, get these 2.5 tenths off to grab pole position. But Max Verstappen is, only 1 spot. Nasty. That was dirty. That was a dirty lap by Max. Oh, my gosh. Hide my chain. Damn it. Max Verstappen needs to tuck his chain in. He done lost his boss status. Tuck your chain in, Max. Because the Debo might come snatch it off your neck. Albon goes to 9th. Oof. That's it. He is done. He's cooked. 7th is it. What we got going on? Come on. Come on. Let's go. Pia, make something happen, bro. Pia doesn't do it. Okay, here comes the Ferraris. Come on. Come on, Mercedes. Let's go. Let's go. Sainz goes up to 3rd, so he's in the top 3. Leclerc takes over the top 3, so Leclerc is up there. There's Leclerc trying to show his little dominance. Where's Mercedes going to be? Lewis Hamilton's got to be on a hot-ass lap. He got to make it happen in these last few sections. He's got to gather something up, and it might not happen for real. Come on. Come on. Oh, Russell, top 3. Where's Lewis Hamilton? Oh, Lewis Hamilton, no change. What the people? Yo, I'm telling you, this is becoming too consistent. This is becoming too consistent, y'all. I don't know. No, I do. All qualifying session leading, and then you're telling me 6th? Oh, nuh-uh. Congratulations, McLaren. That is suspicious. That is suspicious. That's suspicious to me, bro. Sus, that's suspicious. I don't know about that. I don't know. McLaren is on a bag. But this thing with Mercedes, that doesn't come off great. If even Hamilton was 3 and 4, but you're telling me Ham's been leading FP3, Q2, going into Q3, all of a sudden Russell blazing? I ain't buying that. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that at all. That look crazy to me, yo. That look crazy to me. I'm not sorry. That look crazy to me. Paul, what you got to say, bro? Paul says, top the charts till quali. I don't know about this. Paul, I don't know about this either. He even chopped the car. I can't even speak. He even topped the charts in quali with a position 1 and Q2 going into Q3. He's been leading Russell pretty much this entire time. All of a sudden, he's 6th. Russell jumps to 3rd. Come on, you're talking about the most consistent driver in Formula One, man. Big shout out to Lando. Big shout out to Pia. Yo, Ferrari just didn't have enough. We're gonna see what happens. This is crazy though. This is crazy. I'm a bit like raising my eyebrow at that for sure. Raising my eyebrow, without a doubt. All right, y'all, that's it. We're going to be back for the race. I might be on later for a live stream to talk about a couple of things of interest or some things I wanted to talk about. You know, sometimes not the quickest just to go talk about it. Sometimes I like to sit on it, kind of weigh it out. But yeah, Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton does not get a pole position. It is a front row lockout with the papaya. Nasty Stu says Russell got a toe from Verstappen in the beginning of the lap. That is what we talked about happening. It needs to happen. Lewis not picking, and listen, the toe is incredible. Thank you for reminding about that. The toe is incredibly impactful here. Mercedes on BS, Hamilton fast as F2, F3, and Q2. How is his car lost the speed? It is suspicious still. The toe makes a lot of sense, but this is still kind of like, I don't know about that. I just don't know about that, all right? So, yo, we're going to see what happens. We'll see what goes on. We'll be back on later for a live stream. Big shout out to everybody checking in. Do not forget, people. This is up for grabs. All the super chats that went in today's live stream, your name is now put into the wheel to win this slab, Lewis Hamilton slab, last season driving with Mercedes. Good piece of memorabilia to have. It is official. Does have the QR code, does have a serial number, does have all the information and the data plate. definitely will go up in value when Lewis Hamilton leaves. Mercedes will go up in higher value when Lewis Hamilton retires from the sport. So giving you a chance to grab something that could go into your collection, go into wherever you want to let it go into. That right there was nasty. Lewis Hamilton 6th. Max Verstappen is 7th, though, just barely overtaking Perez. Ugly right there. So you know what I say about this time. We're going to see what happens, but we will be back later for streaming, and we will be here tomorrow for finale lap. Let's see how Monza turns out, who wins, who's in the top 3. We'll poll that later on. We'll poll that in finale lap when we see what else happens. See y'all later. Peace.